Well, good afternoon, YouTube. This is Daily Stoic with your host, Jeffrey. Do your best, McCabe. Thinking today, just try to be a good person. I really think if we were all just a little nicer, a little bit more enthusiastic, a little bit more encouraging. I actually have an entire motivational speaking, spoken word. I want to do a brand called Encourage. And the first thing I've been working on, it's a long time coming, but the first thing I'm working on is encouragement and explaining how important that could be. And my thought exercise is, imagine if you were encouraging to 4 random people, not to your people, you know what I mean? You always want to try to, help your people if that's the kind of person you are, but the lady at Tim Hortons, or the person at Walmart, or somebody walking down the street, hey man, you're looking good today, or hey, you're doing great today, or somebody at the gym. What if we were, what are the upper limits if we could all just add that 4 extra encouraging moments in our day? How much would that bring up the collective whole? It's a good idea, and I mean, just try to be a good person if you can. And I think if we can all aim that way, the world could be a better place. My apologies. I'm a little jittery. I just hit the gym, and I kind of got. Never mind. I'm stumbling on my words. Too much information. I got to take a poop right now, and I'm feeling like I probably should have did it before I started making this video. So now you know what's happening in my body, which is ridiculous. I should have never even went there. But I promise I wouldn't. I'm not stopping these videos and editing them. I'm trying to do them live and real and raw. So there you are. As always, reading the Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. I have no idea what Stephen Hasselman did in this book. I don't know who he is. I know who Ryan Holiday is. He's written several books on Stoicism and Stoic type of things. As I say every single time, if you don't know what Stoicism is, you don't have to stay here and figure it out. You can jump out of here, go Google it, do some research, go on YouTube. There is so much information out there on Stoicism, and it might be something to enlighten your life, to help you. A tool in your toolbox of self-help. If you don't know my story, Stoicism goes back. I went to finish my high school, and the co-op teacher asked, first question, what is Stoicism? Do some research. Changed my life. I've always been a positive person, always seeking out knowledge and wisdom in the vein of self-help. And in my life, as this positive person I am, I've had some negative issues or whatever, but I'm always a bright side person. I always find the good in people. I notice that at work, more or less. I spend a lot of time at work, right? Like in my sewer business. And the guys, I would get guys and I'd always say, oh, I like this about him, I like that about him. Other people wouldn't like these guys. And I was told, you have terrible judgment. But I could take whom nobody else liked, or take the guys that nobody thought could, get the job done, and we could get the job done. But also, being the guy that I am, I wasn't a great leader at certain times because I was for the guys more than I was for the company, and the company didn't like that. But what I'm saying is I can find the bright side in most everything. I can stay positive in the darkest of times. Not to say I haven't failed in some of those veins, but I would think overall, being through what I went through in my life and still finding the good, love, hope, faith, all of those things. And Stoicism is one of the things that has really stuck with me over the years as a philosophy, as a practice. It has now become the forefront of a lot of these things. So that's why I'm here. That's why I do these videos. I also do it it's immersion therapy for me. I get to practice my live performance, my reading, not being nervous. I will go out and try to do these in public. That does also get the nerves going. And so it's a self-help for you guys and for me. And I hope that I can shed some light on Stoicism for people who may not know about it. Today is March 22nd, right? Man, nights. I fucking hate working nights. Sorry, I had to double check. Nights suck. I hate them, but you gotta do what you gotta do. March 22nd, the sign of a true education. What is it then to be properly educated? Is it learning to apply our natural preconceptions to the right things according to nature, and beyond that, to separate the things that lie within our power from those that don't? Epictetus Discourses 1.22.9-10a. Excuse me. A degree on the wall means you're educated as much as shoes on your feet mean you're walking. It's a start, but hardly sufficient. Otherwise, how could so many educated people make unreasonable decisions or miss so many obvious things? Partly it's because they forget that they ought to focus only on which lies within their power to control. A surviving fragment from the philosopher Heracles expresses that reality. Many who have learned from Hesiod the countless names of gods and monsters never understand that night and day are one. Ooh, I like that. Just as you walk plenty well without shoes, you don't need to step into a classroom to understand the basic fundamental reality of nature and our proper role in it. Begin with awareness and reflection, not just once, but every single second of every single day. I mean, yeah. A lot of thoughts on that. And yeah, just because you went to school doesn't mean you're super... Yes, it's like, yes, okay, you're educated in this, but are you ignorant in other things, right? And we all play a part. You know, I dislike people who, I have an education, so I'm better than you. But yeah, but you treat people like shit, right? If you treat the janitor like shit, man, I don't really think you're a good person. And those are the people that I always, like people who serve food, janitors, mechanics. Those are the grit of our society, I find, And not that I dislike people who have education either. We all play a part, man. We need those people. What was the other thought? And here's the other thing. It's like school, you go to school to learn how to learn. And then learning should be a lifelong adventure. You should never stop wanting to learn. I think once you think, that's it, you kind of cap out, right? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But for me, I want to continue to grow and learn and learn and learn. I didn't go to school a lot. I didn't pursue school when I was younger. However, I did learn a lot about life. I've thought and thought and thought and thought and thought about things. The whys and the how comes. Why did this happen? Why do I think like this? Why do I feel like this? Why does this happen, right? And then I seek out those knowledge. Obviously now with the internet, you can just Google shit and you get to know it. But you got to really think about it. Break it down for yourself. It's one thing to know facts. It's another thing to understand things. So what a great lesson today from the Stoics. That is your Daily Stoic, March 22nd, 2025. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Hey, there's my outro. I figured it out.